I had my doubts before this video, but I can confidently say Holy Knight Roy is one of the strongest units in Grand Summoners. And this is going to be a very special video today because the man Jimbo is helping us out with this video, and he has a luck 300 Holy Knight Roy. Absolutely crazy. If he is the leader of the team, he's going to be able to give everyone a 50% DR for physical damage. In terms of the kit, I'm going to be honest with you, everything about this guy isn't that good until you get to the final part of the kit, which is the Super Arts and the Phantom Bullet. The Super Art's giving you 7 arts per second and increasing everybody's physical damage by 150% for 20 seconds. By the way, this art shin type is type B, if I'm not mistaken. And then he has the Phantom Bullet, which does crazy damage. It's super fast. It gives you instant physical res down on the enemy, and it lasts for 100 seconds, plus gives everyone on the team 200 art gauge on the first activation, and the second activation heals everyone on the team up to 100% HP. In terms of his equip slots, he's going to be having a 5-star physical, 5-star defense, a 4-star heal. If you take him all the way up to LB7, he's going to be getting the 4-star support. I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is probably one of the biggest things. Make sure this guy gets his true weapon. If you're using him, get his true weapon, because that true weapon allows him to start with 100 art gauge right out the gate. That's insane for him because, as I mentioned before, his entire kit becomes extremely good when you get to that Super Art and that Phantom Bullet. So being able to start with just instant 100 arts, you're already a third of the way there. For 5-star defense, just use whatever you can to counter the boss you're currently fighting. If you're nuking, then you can use stuff like Black Trike, to give you more art gauge. For the 4-star heal, burst heal, cleanses, any of that is gonna be great. In terms of the crest slots on this character, the man Jimbo actually has everything that I personally would recommend. Attack up, art gauge up, and equipment CT speed. Now, how does Holy Knight Roy work in a team composition? This guy can really work in any team, to be honest. He's kind of designed that way. The best thing definitely is being mainly on a physical focused team. And some of his best friends are characters like Shadow, Hoka. Any support, any physical res down character, any character that's buffing up physical damage or art gauge, whatever it may be, is going to be great. And as you see here, that's kind of the team comp we went with. And one thing I will tell you though about Holy Knight Roy is that as soon as you load into the quest, bro, you need to get into that Super Art, or not the Super Art, my bad, that Phantom Bullet ASAP. Once you get into that Phantom Bullet, everything is off to the races then. You use that Phantom Bullet the very first time you get to 300 art gauge, because you want to get everybody else really topped up on their arts. Once we get that Phantom Bullet off, we are just going to be spamming the Super Art with Holy Knight Roy, and this is kind of like his whole play style. And then you hold on to that less Phantom Bullet till either that physical res debuff falls off, or you can hold on to it as like an oh crap button. In this exact team comp, we held on to it as more of an oh crap button since we didn't have any kind of healing, which is crazy because Uga literally drops our HP down at like each threshold. One thing that was wild though, and it may have just been because the man Shadow was here too, was the fact that we're not even poisoning half the time in this fight, and we are just chunking this boss. What is this, man? What is this nonsense? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had my doubts when it came to this Phantom Bullet and like the Super Art and this character really only being good like the tail end of his kit. But man, he's doing a lot. He really is. Like, in the synergy with other characters right now that are currently super meta in the game is kind of wild. Really, I think the only thing that truly holds this guy back is the fact that he is a type B Archgener, so he can't stack with other top tier type B Archgeners like BF Emperor and stuff like that. But even with that being said, man, damn, he's good. As you see here though, Uga just gets clapped up. There's not really much else to say. If we look at the damage charts, Holy Knight Roy with 19 million, Shadow following closely behind with 16 million. Absolute insanity from these two. Literally, these guys are best friends. If you have these two together, I know a lot of people are going to be running the mono water setup, but if you have this, I would highly recommend running Holy Knight Roy with Shadow, especially if you're fighting a singular boss. Yeah, you're going to be seeing some crazy damage. Talking about that mono water team, why not show it off? This team has so much in terms of damage, in terms of damage mitigation, the debuffs, the buffs, like it's all here with this team. This team right here is definitely a force as well. The crazy part is you don't have to use the mono relics if you don't want to. I mean, you could use them. I'm pretty sure you can actually slot every single relic onto this team actually. I could be wrong. I think there's a magic slot and none of these guys have a magic. So yeah, you may need to switch out one character if you want to use the water relics to make use of all of them. The biggest negative about this man HK Roy is just the fact that the other two parts of his kit, the art and the true art, is very lackluster. Like in this team setting, it definitely can work. As you see, like It's literally no problem at all that we're not using those two, as we just wipe out this boss like it's nothing. But I really would have loved if like they put a little bit more effort, maybe thought, into the first two attacks. I guess they just didn't want him to be as much of a force as he already is. Like even in JP, this guy is still extremely meta. And here on global now, I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. As you see, Jay with the 20 million, my goat, and then Holy Knight Roy was 16 million. But that negative, like to me, is just like a nitpick more so, because those final two attacks are just so potent and so dominant. Like I felt bad recording this video because I feel like none of the co-op content we can do in the game really pushes Roy at all. Like I could have went and did DOT, I could have went and did Summoner's Road, something like that to really try to push this man. This guy's gonna be great when it comes to nukes with that 200 arc age. He's gonna be great when it comes to sustain because how long that debuff lasts, plus the arch shin, the damage up, everything else that he's bringing to the team, right? Great in mono water, great in any physical team. There's nothing else to say about this guy. He's one of the strongest units in the game, and if I was gonna put him on a tier list, I would easily say, I want to say he's at the very top. If we got SS tier as like the top of the line, you know, best of the best units, he's like right below that, borderline SS tier, like high S tier, borderline SS tier. And yeah, that's really all I could say about this guy. This man's a beast. If you manage to get lucky enough to get him through Alch summons, through the All-Stars, whatever the case may be, you should be extremely happy. This is one of the strongest units in Grand Summoner's history. With more and more physical characters coming out to the game, it just is going to make this guy more and more prevalent. All that is just going to perfectly synergize with this man HK Roy in the future. I hope I get him with one of these resets, but if I don't get him with one of the resets, man, I hope I get him on one of his future banners, because God, this is a unit I really don't want to miss, and I kind of hate missing out on him. Either way though, that's going to be it for this one, man. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been your boy P. Tell me down below what you all think about Holy Knight Roy. Do you think he's as crazy as I'm making him out to be, or as he's looking, or do you think he's not as wild? Do you think he's going to kind of like fall off just a little bit over the next few months? Let me know all that type of stuff down below in the comment section. Of course, huge shout out to my man Jimbo for allowing me to do this video. Without him, it wouldn't have been possible. Oh, and one more thing before you leave. Oh my goodness, wait, how could I forget? This is literally the last video of 2024. The next video we make on the channel will be a whole new year. So I gotta do this real quick. Just want to say a huge shout out to everybody. You know, I know I did this for like the summit video, but really want to say it here too. Thank you guys so much for everything this year. It was crazy. So many videos, so many new people, old peeps still loving the content, which is absolutely insane to me. It's not like I doubt my ability as a YouTuber or an entertainer. It's more so I'm surprised that GS is still as prevalent and still as popular as it is. Like, even though it is pretty niche, you know, it's not like one of the biggest gacha games like Genshin or something like that, but it's still, you know, a lot of people enjoy it, and a lot of people come around to see what's coming out, what's new, what's happening in the game. People still come around and play GS and want to talk and hang out in live streams and everything. It's just a great time, and I really do love it and really do appreciate every single one of y'all. I still think it's just wild and crazy to me that there's people that say in my live streams or will say in Discord or whatever that they started playing the game because of my videos, or they keep playing the game mainly because of my content, and they just enjoy being part of the ride, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just absolutely incredible. And I really can't thank you all enough for everything y'all have given me over this last year and even every year before that. And I'm really excited to see what 2025 holds. I'm hoping that it's just as good or even better than 2024. I'm ready for it, man. I hope all you guys have a great new year. Don't do anything too crazy now, and make sure you guys stay safe. And of course, don't forget to drink water.